This would make a handy workshop, wouldn't it? Look at this, eh? Wow, all covered in. Nice bit of decking over there. Look, that needs a cover on it as well, just to make it all year round, all weatherproof. And a nice little 2-room condo over there. Imagine just popping up the pie, dropping in, getting your enduro bike serviced out here in the workshop. Obviously not built yet. Having a little barbecue on the veranda there, getting your kit freshly laundered, ready for the morning, and enjoying the night out here in the peace and quiet. But that's not the subject of this video. I just thought I'd chuck that in as a bonus. What we're doing today is bike number 3, which wasn't built by me, but built by someone who's built a lot more stuff than what I ever will. Bike number 3 has a bloody misfire on it. It runs like a sack of shit, but on part throttle. So we're going to investigate that. Right then, bike number 3, low speed misfire. Seems to be alright on full throttle. Back in the day with carburetors and stuff, you could immediately think it was the pilot jet and go cleaning things out. But on all this electronically controlled stuff, your hands are kind of tied really, so all you can do is a lot of basic checks before getting into nitty gritty stuff. So I've had the spark plug out and it does look like it came from the Second World War. And because these spark plugs are very expensive, and I think, oh, I just sprayed chain lube up my ass. Okay, forget that thought. Because spark plugs are very expensive and I keep forgetting to buy one, I've got a second-hand one in there, but it's still running like a sack of shit. So that kind of knocks the spark plug theory slightly out the window. So now we're going to have to start looking at connections. We're going to have to start looking at the coil and the coil lead. We're going to have to start looking at the injection system. And we're going to have to start checking for air leaks on this isolator collar here, because I notice they do go loose at times. And generally, we're going to have to start checking. So another thing we can do, oh god, I have got some cracked ribs, so I'm not very mobile at the moment. Another thing we can do is we can have the diagnostic plug out, which I'm assuming is inside all that black tape. It's actually bright red once I get in there. Certainly feels like it. Now, I've got videos up in my playlists on how to read the codes in there, but I'm going to read the codes on that in a minute. This is going to be a long video, but then, you know, if you've got an annoying problem, then sometimes you just have to go for the long solution. So I can't fit it into 1 minute. So yeah, let's get set up and start playing around. The day's not going to go any better with this shitty coffee, but it's all I got here. I digress. Let's get on with it. Right, one of the annoying things about making videos is I can't have any kind of music going on in the background, so sorry, Boards of Canada. You're going to have to go off. Just like that coffee. Okay, so there's the bike from the mountain. So he's not going anywhere at the moment because his starter motor's dead. But it's a spark plug. Oh, 500 and some odd baht of it. Look at the condition of that. That's bloody really nice, isn't it? Look, I've been screwing that through the mountains. Look, it looks like brand new. It's been in there a while. Anyway, that's now our first port of call to see what's going on with this thing. Right. The plug caps are very, very difficult to get off. They stick down in the hole quite well. What you want to do is unhitch it from the kind of connectors here on the side of the cooling fan. Wiggle it around so you can kind of get your fingers up under it. Like that. You know that position, boys. And you want to try and pop the cap up. So, having explained that bit, my weapon of choice here is actually a Honda spark plug tool. Now this came with a Honda toolkit somewhere. I don't know if it's standard Honda issue for the CRF, but I know it goes in there lovely. You just need to pop a 14mm spanner on the end. Right, I'll be back. Alright then, gotta be so careful with these damn phones. You only gotta touch the screen, it shuts the video off. I'm wobbling a little bit as well because I'm balancing in my flip-flops, but this thing here, we get a white background. That's one I took out another bike and put in there. It doesn't look that bad at all, to be honest. It's a regular plug. But we'll drop this Iridium one in, and then I'll have to go out and road test it. If I road test it and that cures the problem, that'll be the end of this video. If it doesn't cure the problem, catch up with me on part 2. Okay, let's go see what happens. Haha, no cigar on that one. That turns out to be the pair valve once I got all the tape off. So I've had to have the panels off, and here's my diagnostic plug right up here. So we'll be getting that boy out in a minute. But quick oh dear, quick tips. This is a major ground point for all of the electrical system. This can and does get corrosion between all these connections because it's holding this bracket to the frame as well as all these grounds. Periodically, like you should do a once a year major service, take the bolt out, clean it all up, put some AFC or whatever you've got, put that on there, clean that up. Look what I've just spotted. Oh dear, plastic welding video coming up. Yeah, right, before I sign off on this one, because I haven't tested it yet, I'm just going to pull this plug and I'm going to do a quick read the codes thing, because I haven't done that for a while. It is in all my playlists and things, but the way YouTube works, I am almost invisible on YouTube. I have to keep telling everybody to go look for stuff because it's never suggested, but I'm talking. I'll shut up and we'll get on with this. Oh, I'm going down total rabbit holes now with this one. The bike has had a very heavy fall on the right side. It's bent this tab here, it's bent that right in, which has forced the bottle over at a funny angle. If you can see that lug there now, look, you're looking straight on at it, right? Yeah, look, see the angle it's at? That's not right. So we're going to have to heat that up, straighten that out, and we're going to have to, oh, that's completely broken off, that tab. So we're going to have to try to weld that. The pipe work itself here should be hooked into this hook, and none of this wiring should be in that hook. Oh, yes, like I said, this is a rabbit hole. Look, that has been beaten right in, which is also what happens when you take a heavy fall to the right side. So we're going to have to pull all that out. There's a lovely jubbly dent and a big crack on the tank. Well, crack, but you know, a big whack on the tank there. So yeah, someone's had some fun on this one before I bought it. Well done, Bob. So yeah, that'll all go on later stuff, but for now, I was trying to do the plug read, so I'll try to stop getting distracted. What was I saying about distractions? My OCD saw this rubber pipe rooted outside the wiring, which is not right, not in my view, so I've taken this ground one off, which I was talking about just earlier. Can you see the inside of that? That's cack. You see all the rust on there? It's not making a very good connection at all. So yeah, the jobs here are stacking up on this. I'm probably going to just pull the whole lot off, just repair it. If you want to stick around, I will try and get on with doing this. Plug a reader. I'll go and get the special tool for this. One piece of 2.5mm ground wire, household ground wire. Put the ends in a vise and just flatten them off as spades. File them down so they'll obviously fit in there. Right, now, look at the dirt. Look at the dirt. This bike needs a full pull apart. Hold on. Right, it's been so long since I've done this, and being an old people, I've got to get this. I can't remember how to do this, otherwise I'm going to make a right fool of myself. Green wire, blue wire. See them? Green and blue. On the other side you've got yellow and black. It's dark in here. Anyway, green and blue. Can I get that? Now, I'm going to shove that in there, but I need 2 hands. Bear with me. Right, there you go. Basically, green and blue, bridge them out. Come up top. Right. Set the run switch to off. Turn the ignition on. Watch the dash. We're going to look for the engine management light. It's going to flash in a series of numbers, and I'll explain those because I can't talk while they're doing it. Right, turn the engine to run. Well, I've had a brain fart here because if there's any fault codes with this bike, they should be flashing up now. Turn that off, turn it back on. Well, that either means there's 0 fault codes with the bike, or I've done this completely wrong. If I've done it wrong, I'm going to have to cut this bit off the video. As far as I can recall, I think that means there's no faults. So, last time, I'm not used to having no faults. They nearly always record a fault code 12, which is something and nothing really. But yeah, that's it. We're almost into 12 minutes. Sorry for wasting your time there. I'm gonna have to double up on if I've got this right, and I'll put it down in the description. People should read my descriptions because I put like all the additional info you need in the description. So I'll end this one here and road test it, and I'll come back on the misfire fault if I've still got it in a part 2 later.